Hey, you guys. Happy Sunday, you guys. My light is really bright, isn't it? Okay, let's see if the Wi Fi is going to work tonight. If you can hear me clearly, let me know. Let me know if you can hear me, see me clearly. Is it all steady? I think we got a good stream going on. If Hi, welcome. Happy Sunday, you guys. Can y'all see me, hear me clearly? I'm not glitching, am I? We got a couple minutes, 3 minutes. I wanted to come on here and check, make sure everything was working correctly before we jumped in. If you can hear me and see me clearly, let me know. All clear. Okay, so y'all let me know. We're just going to have faith that it is just going to, the Wi Fi is going to be strong tonight. Okay, all night. We will get through this. Welcome, you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know where you're from. You know, I want to hear. Yes, thank you guys. All clear. Good. Let me know where you're from. I love to see where you're from. Welcome. We got 2 minutes until like 8 o'clock. I always try to start on time. So, Atlanta, ATL, next week is January comes in on a Wednesday. So, okay, so that means auctions won't be until that second week in Georgia and Texas. Because January comes in on, January comes in on the 1st. The 1st is next Wednesday. Can y'all believe the 1st is next Wednesday? This is the last full week of 2024, you guys. We made it. We made it to the end of 2020. We made it so far. So, yeah. So I got some big news. I mean, y'all will be like, really, Ashley? It's not really big news, but it's kind of big news. Well, I mean, y'all will be happy about it because y'all are always asking me. Maryland, South California, Ackworth, Georgia, California, Atlanta, Georgia always shows up. California always represents. Florida, y'all always in the house. You know what? I appreciate this. I know I haven't been live on a Sunday in so long. I've been kind of going live during the week. I'll try to start. We'll talk about next Sunday. Big things next Sunday. I'll try to go live through the week. You know, the replay is always available if y'all want to watch the replay. Long Island, New York. It's 9 o'clock on y'all's end, 8 o'clock here. What do I say? In California on the West Coast, Southern, by the book. Y'all just waking up to do like sunrise Pilates on the beach in California right now. It is 8 o'clock. So let's jump in. Let me do this introduction because y'all know I can start talking and I forget that some of y'all are new here and y'all haven't seen me or this is the first time you're catching me. So real quick, I'm Ashley Pickens, you guys. I'm here in, welcome from Texas, Jackie from Texas. I get so distracted. I'm Ashley Pickens here in Memphis, Tennessee, you guys. I have been in real estate since 2006. Can y'all believe that? 2006? Next year, next year's 2025. Almost 20 years, huh? 2006 as a real estate agent. I became a real estate broker years ago over a firm. Greetings, everybody, over a firm. But most of y'all know me as your auction mama, right? I auction off foreclosures at the courthouse. I know everybody's getting that alert that I'm live, so everybody's kind of coming in here. Don't worry if you just got here. I haven't said anything. I've just been rambling, doing the intro. But I'm an auctioneer, you guys. I auction off foreclosures at the courthouse here in Memphis, which is Shelby County, all the way to Nashville. And then parts of Mississippi. I've said this earlier this week, if you haven't been on any of my lives. So the auction company reached out to me because it's the end of the year, like they do every year. But she was like, I need to update your coverage. What are you covering in 2025? She was like, because you're going to be slammed next year. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, so you see what's coming? She's like, oh yeah. She's like, that's why I'm trying to get your coverage right now. So I don't do it at the beginning of the year. She's like, because the foreclosures are coming. I was like, okay. So you heard it here first, you guys. So I try to come on here and share as much information as I can with y'all. I just started making videos because I knew y'all didn't know anything about auctions. I didn't know anything about auctions until I became an auctioneer. I always say this. We've all heard that they auction off properties at the courthouse. Like everybody has heard that. Like I hear they auction off foreclosures at the courthouse, but nobody knows like when, what properties, how do you pay for it, what time, what properties are going up for auction. Like nobody knows that information. What's up, Massachusetts? We got Maryland, Miami, all y'all. When they said, what area do I want to cover for 2025? I was like, Miami. She was like, you want me to put you down for Miami? I was like, no, I can't make that drive to Miami. But I did say that I would probably like to go to Georgia or Texas since y'all have huge auctions. So maybe if I come to Georgia or Texas, of course I'll let everybody know. But I just started coming on here making videos about auctions and telling people what I knew. And then our community has just grown. And now here we are. And I'm happy to have all of y'all here, actually. So I try to answer questions, tell you what I know, tell you where to find auctions, and then talk about the distressed market and what I see on this side of the world. New York, Strong Island. There's a couple. Look at y'all. I love our little community. We're just all over the place, right? So welcome. I haven't been live. I usually go live on Sundays. It's been a minute. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year, all that kind of stuff. Shout out to everybody. Thank you for all of the birthday wishes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all are amazing. So it's 8:03, you guys. So let's jump in. Let's talk about what's going on. I got big news. I'll share that with you. I mean, it's not really big. It's kind of big. Not really. We're having a masterclass next Sunday, you guys. There it is. Clearly, I didn't hype it up like I could have, but I'm going to do one more masterclass. It'll be next Sunday. Curl, welcome. It will be next Sunday. So if you're coming to see me on Sunday, we will just be on Zoom next week instead of being on here on YouTube. I put the link down in the description to register. It's absolutely free. All of my master classes are free. Y'all know that. It's absolutely free. It'll be all about mastering foreclosures as we go into 2025. It's absolutely free. All you got to do is register and then show up next Sunday. So I'll talk a lot about that this week in the masterclass, and we'll just kind of go through pre-foreclosures, auctions, and REO properties, how to find them, where to buy them, and I'll answer some questions as we go into 2025, because I know a lot of y'all are looking forward, including myself, into, picking up properties and expanding our portfolio and all of that in the coming years. So last masterclass of 2024 registration is open. It is next Sunday, 8:00. Y'all know like how I like to do. Welcome. We got a lot of Florida and everybody in here. Welcome, y'all. So the link is down below to register. It's absolutely free. Let me tell y'all this. Most of y'all already know this. Like if you get emails from me, if y'all are on my email list, y'all probably got an email from me this morning, during the week. You can register if you want to, but you really don't have to, because I'm going to send you the link to the masterclass. If you're on my email list, you're going to get the link. You're going to get the Zoom link for next Sunday. So if you don't register, you're still going to be there. Okay. So, because I just send out the Zoom link to everybody. So if you register or not, y'all still come. But if you just feel like registering, go ahead and knock yourself out. If you do not get my emails, definitely register. Okay. Let me say that. But if you already get emails from me, you good. Okay. So masterclass next Sunday for everybody coming in, 8:00. Last masterclass of 2025. Whoop. There it is. Okay. So let's talk about, you guys, what are we talking about tonight? I definitely think we should look at, question, is one-on-one mentorship available? Ooh, y'all love to ask about that. Look, I don't even bring up stuff and y'all be like, you see how I like kind of skirt around? So I was going to announce it We are probably going to do one more mentorship, you guys. One more. It'll start, I'm thinking, January 1st. You guys, I have been thinking about this. Am I going to do this? Am I not going to do this? We're going to do one more mentorship, right? Because y'all, I don't know what my schedule is going to be like 2025. I hate to make promises and I can't fulfill them. So I think we're going to have a mentorship in January. Okay. It will be every Wednesday in January. January comes in on a Wednesday. So it is going to start January 1st. January 1st. And it'll be every Wednesday. And we will go over everything: pre-foreclosures, marketing, cold calling, scripts, everything. And it'll only be for 5 weeks. The entire month of January, Wednesday. Every Wednesday in January. Okay? Okay. I will put the link up for that. I will send out an email. I think that's where it's going to start on January 1st. We are kicking off the year. We are going to kick off the year, right? And then some of y'all will be like, Ashley, I don't want a mentorship. I just want to talk to you. That's all I want to talk to. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. We'll see. We'll see. I'll give you options. It'll just be January though, because I hate to spread myself too thin. I know we're trying to kick off 2025. Everybody's trying to be on the good foot in 2025. So I will post the links. I will send out an email, but I think we will have one more mentorship the month of January, every Wednesday, starting January 1st. We are hitting the ground running. Okay. Whoop, there it is. And it will go the entire month of January. I'm excited you're here too, Regina. Welcome from Texas. So I will send out that link, you guys. I will send out that link for y'all on that. But register for the masterclass next week. Next Sunday, we look, like when you're at church and they're like, okay, next Sunday we are meeting. Next Sunday, we're meeting on Zoom. Okay. We're having a masterclass next Sunday. Mr. Anderson, you sure got a whole lot of requests from me. Let me say. Every time I look over in the comments, you asking for something else. I tell you, ain't no rest for the weary. But next Sunday, let me finish announcements. Next Sunday, we're meeting on Zoom. Okay. Masterclass next Sunday, 8:00, all about foreclosures. I love when we're on Zoom because y'all, like a lot of times I get to see you if y'all turn on the camera. And a lot of times, if you've ever been to my masterclass, at the end of it, it's just like the after party and y'all can ask me questions and I can hear you, right? And I can see you a lot of times. And I thoroughly enjoy that. Honestly, I thoroughly enjoy that. And y'all can talk and I can see you and, go from there. So make sure to tune in next Sunday. Right. Okay. So let's jump into this, you guys, because I can talk, baby. Y'all know if this is not your first time, y'all know I can talk. We can go all night long, all the way till New Year. So I know what I don't look at. I've already looked. So I know y'all have been seeing. Let's jump into what we really talk about. So I know we all have noticed all these layoffs being announced. And I feel like they always announce layoffs like right before Christmas, right at the end of the year. The masterclass registration link is down below. Down below, registration for the masterclass. It's free. All my masterclasses are free. So register and you'll get the Zoom link and all that kind of stuff. I'll send it out this week. I know. Come on, Party City. I was like, not Party City. And did y'all see? Okay, look, I swear I talked to y'all like it's just me and you on FaceTime. So I was on TikTok and a bunch of the employees are on TikTok shocked, like shook, right? And one girl, let me say this, right? I try to think of stuff before I say it because sometimes I can say stuff and it come out real wrong, right? Okay, so let me preface this by saying I learned at an early age that corporate America was not for me. Okay. I don't have anything against corporate America, nothing like that. I just knew at an early age that it was not for me. Right now, and when I say early, like, first of all, I'm a Sagittarius. If y'all even get into any of that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm totally like y'all know what I mean. Just at freedom. Sagittarius is like synonymous with freedom, right? So I mean, I know at an early age, I started working at 16, right? My first job was Target. I worked at Target when I was 16. Um, but I knew, and then when I was in college, I worked at Old Navy, right? When I was in college, I worked at Old Navy. And I mean, I just remember, and like I was like a cashier. And if y'all know Old Navy, like they had those big glass windows when you walk in. Y'all know Old Navy, big glass windows. And I used to like be depressed walking in there, right? And I was a cashier and I could see, and it would be so sunny outside, and people would be coming in. And I was like, I can't do this. Like, this is not for me, right? I can't, like, life cannot be this, right? So I, of course, found real estate. If you know me, y'all know I was a flight attendant. I was a nanny, right? So I've always had jobs where I was like free, and then real estate. And then I've just been here ever since. Now, my point is, because I always take the scenic route to get to a point, the people on TikTok was like, this one girl on TikTok was like, I can't believe this happened to me. She was like me. And she said it like 5 times. She was like, I knew when they called me, I knew what was about to happen, but I'm like, you can't lay me off, not me. And I was like, y'all know y'all can't be loyal to jobs, right? And I think that's an issue that people have, like, just being too loyal to companies, right? To corporations that honestly don't care, right? You know what I mean? Like, and that girl was really and I was kind of, well, don't nothing really surprise me, but she was like in shock, like, I can't believe I just got laid off from a company. Like, I can't believe this just happened to me. I'm like, people get laid off. Like, it's always talking about people shutting down, bankruptcy, layoffs, we're closing. And she was like in complete shock that she was getting laid off by a company. I'm like, these companies don't care. Like, they don't. But anyway. Yes, Party City. And that girl said that they told her that their last check was their last check. They're not getting severance. Um, she said, they said, our last check is our last check. I was like, damn, right before Christmas. I was like, they don't care. What Michael Jackson say, all I got to say is they don't really care about us. They do. They always wait till right around the holidays to lay off people, like right before Christmas. I'm like, golly, if somebody, I hope, half the people probably already spent that check thinking they were going to have the next check to pay rent, but they were like, no severance, no nothing. I was like, oh, don't be loyal to a job. Do not. I'm only loyal to myself and my business, right? When you work for yourself, then okay. But no, not any of them, none of them, right? Like, I think most of us know that. Like, I'm loyal. And I think that's another thing that we like grew up, especially I kind of like the older generation is like, you were taught to like go to college and get a job and be loyal to a company, right? No, look, baby, if I get a job at your company one day and somebody else come along and offer me a better position the next day, I'm going to like, and we don't move up and change jobs as much as we should, right? Because we're loyal. And if we stay here, we're going to get promoted and we're going to get, no, no. You know what I mean? You need to constantly be trying to see, like, send your resume out, interview with other companies, see if there's better positions. You know what I mean? I feel like once companies know you loyal, they gonna run over you, right? When they start seeing like, oh, she gonna stay regardless, Don't do that. Don't do that. And I know that's that old generation, stay at a job, stay for a long time, get locked in. No. Go where they paying you, right? And where you appreciate it. Do that. So anyway, I know I digress, but that's what I was going to look at. I was going to go look at daily job cuts, right? I am not loyal to a job. Y'all know that. If anybody talks to me, I'd be like, no, go. If they offering you better, you go, right? Don't just stay, because if it's between you and them getting a bonus, they're going to take the bonus every time. You know what I mean? So you be loyal to yourself is what I've learned. You know what I mean? You be loyal to yourself. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and we're going to pray. Welcome, Jermon. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Up and up, yeah. People, they don't care. You know, if you ask people like, okay, so Bob, either you're going to get a $10,000 bonus or you're going to have to fire 5 people at your company. And I mean, you know, have you been watching TikTok? Like, people have like flew across the country, moved their whole lives, uprooted for a job, and there for like a month and then get laid off. It's like, I uprooted my whole life to come here. They don't care. They're going to take that bonus. They're going to fire you, your mama, and your cousin too. You know what I mean? For that bonus. So be loyal to yourselves. That's all I can say. And that concludes my TED Talk. Can y'all see my screen? Blink if you can see my screen. Blink if you can see my screen. Thank you, Regina. All right. So this is a daily job cut. Y'all know I like this site. But it just shows you, look, the name of the daily job cuts, jobs that are cutting business, like cutting employees, cutting staff. I always try to check and see. JC Penney, maybe I don't know who keeping JC Penney in business, but they holding on, baby. They holding on. Amazon people striking. Let's see. Y'all know I live in Memphis, so FedEx news is everywhere. FedEx, yeah, they split up and they're doing a freight. Shipping rates are going up. So look, restaurant bankruptcies reported. Y'all, all the restaurants here in Memphis are like closing down. TGI Fridays. So they're saying, but I mean, it's restaurant business is super hard right now, from what I understand. We know about Red Lobster. They say they're going to end your little endless shrimp basket, you guys. No more of that. But it's just hard. You guys, next year, you just better buckle up and strap in. Meanwhile, high-profile chains such as McDonald's and Starbucks have reported declines. Not McDonald's and Starbucks. I swear I'd be keeping Starbucks in business. But anyway, next year, you guys, you just hold on. Look, that's why we're going to have a plan and we stick to the plan. Okay. I hope y'all have not overspent for Christmas. Do not overspend for Christmas. I saw they cut their rates and the mortgage rates went right on up, didn't they? Jerome cut those interest rates and the mortgage rates went on up. So, you know, when it comes to real estate, that's why I'm always looking for the best price possible. I don't know if who texted me earlier today. Look, I think she texted me earlier today. I got a text. Y'all are so funny. Let me say this. Y'all will text me. I got a text and it said, "Hey, Ashley, I got a question." Like, I don't even have the number saved, nothing. Different area code. "Hey, Ashley." Now, I don't know if they're watching. "Hey, Ashley, I got a question. I want to put an offer on a foreclosure. It's been on the market 289 days. Like, and the text message just ding, ding, ding. So, "Hey, Ashley, I got a question. I want to put an offer on a foreclosure. It's been on the market 289 days. They're asking 149 for the property. I want to make an offer. What do I need to offer?" I'm like, y'all just be texting me. It's so funny. No, I don't know who it is, but of course me, I'm like, I look at the message. I'm in Target, right, with Gabby, walking around Target this morning, and all these text messages coming in, and I'm like, "Send me the address." I said, "Send me the address. You need to at least start at like 70." Because it said it'd been on the market 289 days. Literally no idea, and I don't know if they're watching me. No idea who it is that I'm talking to, but y'all just started texting. Whoever just started texting me. I was like, "Well, okay, since you making offers, I'm gonna help you." And so I was like, "Send me the address." Then I was like, I'd started 70, 75. I think they said it was on the market for 149. I said, started 70. I was like, so then I jump in because then my mind starts going, because that's me. And I'm like, what did the last owner buy it for? We need to look and see what the last owner bought it for so I can see what the bank wants to net. Y'all, I'm texting this person I don't even know, but we're going to figure out this offer they're going to submit on this property. So whoever it was, I keep saying she, but they text me back and was like, they bought it in 2000 something for 130. I done the calculations. I'm like, the balance should be about 80,000. So you offer them 70. I still don't know who this is. I guess they'll text me and let me know if they put the offer in tomorrow. So there it is. But y'all just be texting me. It's so funny, but okay. But once you start asking me numbers and telling me the details, I'm gonna help you if I can help you. So, welcome from Northern California. Y'all just waking up eating breakfast over there? Just kidding. But anyway, back to this, you guys. But if daily job cuts, if you are new to daily job cuts, it shows on this side the layoffs, companies that are laying off, and on this side, companies that are closing or have filed bankruptcy. There it is. Party City closing all stores after almost 4 decades of business. I'm like, where am I get my balloons from now? I don't know, but and people didn't even know. They did not even know. No severance, no nothing. There's Big Lots closing down. I think they were trying to sell Big Lots and the deal fell through, so now they got to close. We'll just see what happens. A lot of school closings, a lot of college closings, it's 2025. It's going to be very interesting. Pickleball club closing 2 locations. Didn't pickleball just get started? I don't know. But daily job cuts, great site to look at, because when you watch the news, I know everything is pink starburst and sunflowers, and everybody got a job and plenty of money and all that kind of stuff. So Title Insurance Underwriter, Title Resources Group, they couldn't. Well, so, and then this side is all the companies that have filed bankruptcy and are closing. So you guys, just be mindful, you guys, because you never know, and make a plan, right? Make a plan and stick to it. I think that's one of the things that one of my strengths, right? That I didn't realize was a strength until you become an adult, that I can make a plan and follow through, right? I can execute. I can follow through, right? That is a trait that a lot of people need, don't have, wish they had. I can follow it through. I can start something and finish it, right? And not get distracted and stay focused, and boom, tunnel vision. That is something, maybe it's because I'm an only child, but yeah, I'm grateful for that for sure. So also warntracker.com, it talks about all the layoffs for the entire year. Let it regroup to 20. There it is. There's 2024. Can y'all see my screen? Welcome everybody. Spirit Halloween. I don't know if we have Spirit Halloween. It said higher end and luxury have been falling out of closing because sellers don't have the extra money to close. Have y'all was watching something? Y'all know how I get off subject. I was watching something, and they were saying a lot of people this day, like I was watching Yahoo Finance, and they were talking about a lot of adults use Bank of Mom and Dad. And you're just kind of like, what's Bank of Mom and Dad? Exactly what it sounds like. Bank of Mom and Dad. And people who don't have it, I didn't realize this until when I was a new agent and I had a client, and she was like, the down payment was like, I don't know, like $40,000. Welcome, piano matron. And she was like, oh, my dad's going to give it to me. And I was like, oh, okay. Like Bank of Mom and Dad, and a lot of people who have houses now. This couple was talking, and the wife was like, I don't understand what they're talking about. People don't have houses. Like, people can't buy houses. And she said she was talking to her husband, and they were thinking about their friend group. And they were naming people who owned houses. And as they went through, the husband was like, they got money from their parents. Their mom and dad gave them the money. Their mom, and she even looked at her situation and said, my husband's mom gave us money for the down payment on our house, right? A lot of people just don't have it. And if you don't have parents who got money, then you know what I mean. Like, everybody don't have bank of mom and dad, right? But that's what a lot of people are depending on right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So anyway, Warren Tracker, it looks like for 2024, as this year comes to an end, California has laid off 44,000 people in the whole year. Texas, 22,000 people. New York has laid off 26,000 people in 2024. Look at Tennessee. We're down here at 6,300. Florida, 10,843. It just shows where people are getting laid off. And you know, when people start getting laid off, they can't pay their mortgage, you guys. I already told you, if you just came, welcome. If you just came, they told me to update my auction coverage for 2025 because I'm going to be slammed in 2025. So I said that I can auction from here to Nashville, which is about 3 hours if y'all know, from Memphis to Nashville, and then about an hour into Mississippi. She was like, we need to get coverage handled right now because 2025, she's like, you're going to be slammed. I was like, okay. So this is Warren Tracker, WARN. I'll drop it in the chat for you. WARNTRACKER.com. WarrenTracker.com. When jobs put out that they finna lay you off. So, and it just lets you know, like, even if you scroll up, you can look at like Boeing, CVS laying off, Pfizer. It names everybody who laying off people. Big Lots, McDonald's. So y'all better hold on for 2025. If you just got on here, I'm having a masterclass next Sunday. Like I said, like at church, next Sunday, we're meeting on Zoom. Everybody, we are meeting on Zoom next Sunday. Free masterclass, the last one of 2024. If you already get my emails, you don't have to register because you're going to get the link anyway. If you do not get emails from me already, make sure you click on the link in the description to register. Okie dokie, hokey pokey. So if you already get emails from me, you good. You'll get the Zoom link. If you don't get emails from me, register for the masterclass. Okay. So let's keep going. Oh, I wanted to show y'all something. Look at me. I'm always all over the place. Not really. So Black Knight, if you were on my live, maybe last week, we talked about it. Black Knight put out their latest article on mortgage. See, look at this is July. Let's go back a little bit. Clearly, I bookmark all of my things and then I just forget which month this is. That's April. Let's see if we can get a little closer. Here we go. So Black Knight, like I said, they're one of the companies that put out foreclosure information. There's like Black Knight, Adam, a lot of different people put out foreclosure information, HUD, even though none of them are, I'm not going to use the word truthful. There's just a lot of discrepancies when it comes to foreclosure information, right? So a lot of times you don't know what to believe, what's the truth. If you use my method, you just multiply by 2. Multiply any number you see, multiply it by 2. And then that'll help you. So right now, I think HUD just reported we have 5 million, over 5 million homeowners behind on their mortgage and over 6 million renters behind on their rent, right? So that combined is about 11 million. Honestly, that number is much, much higher. Hold on, let me find December's report. Press releases. Y'all give me a second. I'll find it. Because it shows what's going on right now as far as what Black Knight says for mortgages and everything like that. Who's behind, all that kind of stuff. But I got to find it, you guys. Clearly, I didn't come on here prepared, but y'all don't care anyway. Don't worry, because you know I'll find it. ICE Mortgage Monitor. Is this it? This is it. I knew I'd find it. So let's, It's a whole bunch of refinances, but there's something I wanted to share with y'all. Pronounce early on right. There's a lot of veterans getting refinances, and the people behind on their mortgage, 90 plus days behind on their mortgage, has gone up. 90 plus that are not in foreclosure. So that's the thing that I think people are not paying attention to. I hope y'all aren't getting dizzy as I scroll. There are a lot of people that are behind on their mortgage, but that are not in foreclosure. I told y'all this. Look, I'm about to tell y'all something, and then it comes to me, and then I want to talk. A guy called me the other day, and he was, in foreclosure. He called me back because he got my information. Call me back, and I asked him, I said, what is the amount that you have to pay to reinstate your loan? Like, how much do you owe? Don't you know that man said $139,000 was his past due amount? $139,000. No shade. I'm not being insensitive because I always keep in mind that there are people who watch me who might be in foreclosure. Y'all watch me. I know they do. So I'm not being insensitive to that. My point is, there are a lot of people who are behind on their mortgage who have been behind for years. It takes years for you to get behind $140,000 on your mortgage. So that was my whole point of that, you guys. It's a lot of people who are behind that are not in foreclosure. And I think that's going to be what comes to light in 2025. We're going to start, and not just 2025, right? Foreclosure waves and increases take time, right? So even if the foreclosures start in 2025, it's going to last some years, right? It's going to last at least I'm saying like the next 2 to 4, 3 to 5 years, at least. Our foreclosure numbers are going to be ridiculous just because we haven't foreclosed on people since COVID. Like, we have not foreclosed on people in at least 4 years. And I said this before, like in a healthy market, whatever you consider a healthy market, where there's equal numbers of buyers or sellers, or inventory is enough for 6 months or 3 months. In a healthy market, we foreclose on people. That's just a circle of life. People buy houses, people sell houses, and people lose their house. That's just the nature of the beast. Y'all, we haven't foreclosed on people in like 4 years. Like 4 years, we haven't foreclosed on people. I think we're averaging, like, I think last month, November, we had like 3,000 REO properties for the whole month, right? That's nothing. That's nothing. And that's what we've been averaging for the last 4 years, like 3,000 to 4,000 properties a month. Y'all, we foreclose on like 1 million people a year regularly, like in a healthy market. We foreclose. So y'all can only imagine like what the pipeline is looking like for the next coming years. Like, we haven't foreclosed on people in 4 years. We're going to have a foreclosure increase for the next 3 to 4 years for sure. Must agree with any change of the above. Oh, y'all talking to each other. So is this where real estate investors come in and start buying and flipping these houses? I think it will definitely be an opportunity for people who are in position, right? These banks are going to start getting houses, and these banks really don't want houses unless they start selling. Look at me, like the last laugh. Unless they start selling these notes to hedge funds, right? That's the other thing you have to think about if banks start selling these notes. But yeah, we're going to have an increase in REOs. I already see that working at the auction. I know y'all like, Ashley, what is the point in sharing? Because I'm just going to talk. If you didn't know, this is how the masterclass going to go. I'm just really going to talk. So y'all know at the auction, right? It's so many people who are in foreclosure. Every time I look at the foreclosure list, it's people who are losing their house, and they just bought their house last year. They just bought their house 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So if you just bought your house 2 years ago, you still owe that whole loan, or you might be upside down, right? I just did a short sale like last month. We'll talk about that. But my point is, at the auction, the opening bid is the loan balance. Okay. So if you just bought 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you owe that whole loan, right? Or you might be upside down because you bought it at the peak of the market. And so now you're in foreclosure, your loan balance is up for auction. Nobody's going to buy that at the auction, right? We go to the auction to buy cheap properties. You want a discount at the auction. So most of these, and I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. Most of these properties are reverting back to the bank. And I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. In class, what do we call properties that go up for auction and don't sell? Class, what do we call properties that revert back to the bank and don't sell at the auction? Who's going to say it first? Because I know all y'all know. There it is. There it is. I see y'all. REO properties. Look at y'all. Y'all do listen to me. You make me so proud. Look at y'all. Yes, REO properties, right? So most of y'all are familiar with this site. If you are not, I'm gonna drop it in the chat for you. MK Consultants, y'all know I auction for them, one of the companies that I auction for. Y'all are right. REO properties. When houses go up for auction, your auction mama can't sell them and they revert back to the bank. They become REO properties. So, what do I mean? We're probably going to see an increase. Let's look at, we can look at last week. Let's look at the week of my birthday. Well, first of all, it's not really going to matter because right now we're going to be in a holiday moratorium because banks don't usually foreclose during the holidays, during December on into January. It's a holiday moratorium. They just don't foreclose on people. So everything is being postponed. So if you've been trying to go to the auction all month and everything's being postponed, so just be patient. But as y'all can see, everything is postponed right here. Can y'all see my screen? Blink if you can see my screen. So everybody said REO. Yes, y'all are correct. If you see right here, postpone. PP means postpone. Thanks for blinking, y'all. PP means postponed. Everything's been postponed or canceled basically for December right now. But let's go back. Let's go back to November. First week in November. So that means a big auction week in Georgia, and Texas, right? So everybody knows how to read this at this point. If you don't, I'm going to explain it to you. Don't worry. I don't take for granted that some of y'all, this is your first time catching me live. So don't worry. I'm going to hold your hand. Don't worry. First of all, this is a trustee site. MK Consultants is a trustee. So they handle the paperwork for banks, right, in different cities and states. They also post auctions, okay? So y'all are like, what am I looking at? They also, which is something some of y'all ask me about all the time, how do you see results of auctions, right? This is a site that does post the results of auctions. I'm not really sure what other site does, but they do. So my point is to bring it on back around. If this is your first time looking at this, this is the property address. This is the county. All of the auctions take place at the county courthouse. I'm never in front of a house. You guys, I know what they show on TV. Y'all, I live in Memphis. I'm not standing in anybody's front yard auction off their house. Period. Okay. I'm not auctioning off anybody's house in their front yard and they're in foreclosure. You know, so I'm always at the courthouse. Property Onion, I'm not familiar with them, but y'all check out. She said Property Onion. This is the county, state. This is the time of the auction. Right here is where the opening bid would be. Okay, I think that's better for y'all. Opening bids, postpone. PP means postpone. CXL means canceled. Okay, so my point is, let me circle back around to my point. I'm gonna get there. You can look, this is the opening bid. This is the result. When this number, y'all know this, and this number are the same, that means it reverted back to the bank. Okay. That means it did not sell at auction and it reverted back to the bank. I can come on here and look and see that went back and became an REO. So a lot of these properties are going right on back to the bank. I'm looking at this. This one didn't sell. This one did. This one, 34,000 and sold for 144. Reverted back to the bank. REO. This one sold for $1 over. I see that. Reverted back to the bank. Reverted back to the bank. My point is, REOs are going to increase for sure, right? Like, because a lot of these people are upside down on these houses. A lot of people refinanced, pulled money out, about to lose it on that too. That's why how I ended up doing a short sale. They bought it, refinanced, pulled the money out, pulled too much money out at the peak of 2021. Let me give y'all some numbers here. They bought it for like 515, refinanced it to like 569, 570, pulled that money out, and then they couldn't pay. Okay, that's what happened. And that was 2021. Now, here we are, 2024. The market has changed. There is nothing in their neighborhood selling for 560. Nothing. Nothing is over there. So now they are upside down and in foreclosure. Okay, upside down and in foreclosure. They owe 560. The houses over there were selling for like 485, 490. Okay, so now I have to initiate a short sale. That's what happened. I had to initiate a short sale on that property. And if you don't know what a short sale is, it's you trying to short the bank. You trying to tell the bank, I'm gonna give you some money. I'm not gonna give you everything that they owe, but let me sell this property for something. So they owe 569. Appraisal came in at like 495. Appraisal came in at 495. Y'all, look, I had to take this off the screen. So we initiated a short sale. Y'all, the bank, I told y'all, the bank took 357. 357. So when I tell y'all to negotiate and lowball the bank, y'all better negotiate and lowball the bank. I was like, golly, short sales might be the way to go, but do it legally. I just saw that short sale queen got in trouble. No shade, but make sure you do it legally. But no, they got a steal on that house, and it's probably worth about 515 now. And the bank took 357. 357. 357. So, and his loan was he owed the bank 569. So hear that too. That's the point. He owed 569. The bank took 357 for that house. So, but it was a process. So let me not act like it was short and sweet. It was a process for sure. But that lady got a good deal on that house for sure. Back to what I was saying, class. Back to the topic. And somebody emailed me about doing a short sale class. Y'all. We'll see, you guys. Maybe I'll just do a little, I don't know. We'll see, you guys. But anyway, my point is it's a lot of properties going back to the bank for proof. That's what I'm showing you. This reverted back. These are all, this was the first Tuesday in November. That's why it's a lot of Georgia properties on this one. Okay. So reverted back to the bank. So these are going to become REO properties. That one sold. That one sold. But they're going to go back to the bank and become REO properties is what I'm saying. Unless they sell the notes to hedge funds. Unless they do that. So that was just me showing you that nothing is really selling. It's got to be a good deal for it to sell at the auction. That reverted back to the bank. That one sold. Although, y'all see what I'm saying? Like, they just going back to the bank. What is this? This is probably a commercial building for that amount. Jasper, Texas. What is, oh, this is a timeshare. They were auctioning on, didn't nobody buy the timeshares, it looks like. In Jasper, Texas, timeshares. But it's a lot of properties going back to the bank. So my point is that's an opportunity for you and me and you. Negotiate with the bank, you guys. Negotiate with the bank, okay? If they can sell them to hedge funds for like 25 cents on the dollar, look, I know I better get my beach house for $22.19. I know that. I know that much. Right on the beach. Right. Right. When I step off my back balcony, I better step right into the ocean, is what I'm saying. For $22.17 is what I better get mine for. But anyway, I was just looking at this and showing y'all Maricopa. I mean, it's just across the country. That was Georgia, Texas. This is Maricopa, Arizona. They're not selling at auction in Arizona. They're not. Nothing is selling. Nothing is selling at auction. Nothing. And y'all know the more I look at this, then I'm like, ooh, we got a problem on our hands, don't we? Well, the bank gonna have a problem on their hands. Hopefully it's opportunity for us, right? Sorry, y'all. When you see this and y'all know I've been in real estate since 2006, and I know what it was like in 2008. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people lost their homes in 2008, right? And to think that, I don't know, we might see it again, or at least something. And they're not selling. Like, it's just no room. People are like upside down, people refinancing. And I mean, I just don't know. I don't know if the market is just going to be locked up, because if you got a good interest rate, you're not going to want to move, right? Because you don't want to give up your good interest rate to go into something higher. And then people, like, I'll show this other site. Like, y'all know when I skip trace, I've talked about this before. Y'all know I reach out to pre-foreclosures. When I skip trace, I use prop wire and white pages, right, you guys? And so y'all, I literally be talking to y'all like it's just one person on here, and it's like 120 of y'all on here. But y'all know we're family. And so every time you do a search on white pages, it like sets up an alert for you. So I use it quite a bit. And then all of a sudden I'll get alerts, and like everybody who I did a search for, it's like bankruptcy, 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 bankruptcy. I was like, golly, everybody just filing. I mean, and I'm not being insensitive at all. Like when you have a family and you just have to take care of yourself, right? Um, I know bankruptcy attorneys making a killing right now. I will say that. Um, but everybody's just filing bankruptcy, and that will stop an auction. That will stop a foreclosure if you file bankruptcy. So I think everybody's just using, doing that. It will stall it. It will stop a foreclosure, but there's still a payment that comes with bankruptcy, right? So I saw you say Texas REOs. They said keep your eye on San Antonio. San Antonio is a hot spot for foreclosures. I think every place is going to be a hot spot for foreclosures, to be honest with you. Are these all? Yeah, they got the January auctions, February auctions. My point was I was going to show you that it showed a lot of bankruptcy, but look, they already scheduling for next month already, for the new year. If you work with people who are in foreclosure, all I can say, and I'll start doing videos on it, is I would tell them to communicate with their bank, right? Like these past 4 years have given people a break, basically, like a reprieve from paying their mortgage, right? And shoot, but 2025 is a new year. 2025 is, a change is coming for sure. So if I was a homeowner, I would just make sure I was talking, communicating, seeing what my options were, because the protection that I think they've had for the last 4 years has run out, you know. So what did Party City do? They ain't get no severance. My point is like, shoot, they would I don't know. They will take your house is what I'm saying. Like, don't ever I hate when people are like, it won't happen to me, right? These banks will take your house. Like, it don't matter if it's you got kids in your house, that doesn't matter. You could have been living in there 20 years, 15 years, kids, it doesn't matter. The bank will take your house. So we needed protection after COVID, right? I know people lost jobs, people didn't have money to pay their mortgage, but like I've said before, I also think that y'all know when you get somebody a break, they gonna break, right? So people haven't had to pay their mortgage in 3 and 4 years with no consequences, right? So I don't think people understand that we going into 2025 and it's a new day in 2025, right? And people have just kind of gotten complacent with not paying their mortgage and nothing happening. And I keep saying that, like, people, you don't pay your mortgage, you ain't paid in a year, there's been no consequences, you still have your house. So when you actually get a letter that says your house is about to be auctioned off, it's kind of like, oh, I haven't paid in 4 years. What made me think something gonna happen now? And then this, it runs out, right? The bill always come due. And so I just think people are just gonna be like, I'm not gonna say blindsided, because I mean you haven't paid your mortgage in 4 years, but you know what I'm saying, y'all. If you haven't, people have just gotten complacent with not paying and nothing has happened. And now the bill comes due. So, but anyway, y'all know I can get off sometimes. There's a lot of these that I'm noticing that have like bankruptcy, but y'all, they're not even showing bankruptcy right now because they showing auctions that are scheduled for January. They already got, I'm looking over here like January, February auctions. Here's one that they filed bankruptcy already. But bankruptcy is just postponing them. Bankruptcy is not canceling them. Bankruptcy is just postponing. It is not canceling them, you guys. And all these protections and moratoriums and forbearance programs that we've had the last 4 years, we're going to see what happened in 2025. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm not to like get off and be sad and all that kind of stuff. There will definitely be, for sure, for sure. And that's what I try to teach y'all and just prepare for and know where to look. That's why I say, you guys, when it comes to these like HUD Home Store, when it comes to these REO sites, y'all got to know how to make offers. Like, go on these sites, figure out what information you need to make offers. What do you need for a contract? Like, just start getting everything in order to make offers when properties come up. And look, if you're still in the market, you guys should go make some offers now on these properties. But y'all know I can get off. Yeah, protection is over. I said this before, I talked to my people at United Housing, who I refer homeowners to get assistance. And I talked to her last week, and not last week, a couple weeks ago. And she was like, I don't think we getting money in 2025. And I was like, y'all not getting no money? She was like, no. She said, COVID money is gone. She was like, she's like, I'm not expecting us to get money in 2025 for mortgage assistance. And I was like, oh, sugar, honey, iced tea. Right? I said, so what am I supposed where am I supposed to send these people to? And she's like, I don't know. So I don't know, you guys. Govern yourselves accordingly. I don't know. But it will be opportunities, you guys, for sure. Opportunities. This is HUD Home Store. It's a REO site, bank-owned site for sure. Like, I tell y'all to go to these sites and bookmark them. Bookmark them in case there might not be any right now. Trust and believe. They're coming. Trust and believe. So that's why I'm saying, just go figure out how to submit offers, so you're prepared whenever it is time. With REO properties, you can use traditional financing, FHA 203K, conventional, hard money, whatever it is. You can use that for REO properties. You can get an inspection, right? You have a certain amount of time to close. You can estimate repairs when it comes to REO properties. Unlike with your girl, with your auction mama, We don't negotiate. You can't see the properties. You are bidding blind when you come see me at the courthouse. And I only take certified funds at the courthouse. I don't take proof of funds. I don't take personal checks. I don't take pre-approval letters. None of that. Credit cards, earnest money. I don't take any of that. All I want is cashier's checks or cash when you come see me at the auction. Okay, everybody? I want your coins in the full amount, and you can't see the inside of the house. That's why the auction is not for everybody. Everybody's blood pressure cannot handle coming to see me at the courthouse. So, go where your blood pressure allows you to go. REO might be more of your speed, right? What's best? Cashier's checks. I think it depends. Most people do get them in increments when you get cashier's checks. I think it just depends on once you do your research, and how much you're willing to pay, right? And everybody, if you don't know what they're talking about, I didn't mean to say she. I didn't know. Increments for cashier's checks. Like you could get one cashier's check for $100,000, or you can get 4 cashier's checks for $25,000. That's what increments. Because keep in mind, I don't give out refunds. I don't give out keys. I don't give out deeds. So if you want a property for, let's say, $50,000, and all you have is one cashier's check for $100,000, you have to wait on a $50,000 refund to come in the mail. Your girl is not walking to her car getting change for $100,000. Okay. So a lot of people will just get increments so they don't have to wait on such a big refund, or if they're bidding on multiple properties at one time. Okay. So Ashley, when you negotiate with the bank, is the goal to do a cash buy or ask the bank to give you a loan with the negotiated lower than market rate? I think it depends on however you paying, right? I think you need to do both. Right? Like get the lowest, baby. If I'm dealing with the bank, we playing limbo. How low can you go? Okay. Some of y'all are like scared to lowball the bank. The other thing is with REO properties, a lot of time I say there's a firewall in place, and I'm just kidding. The firewall is a real estate agent, right? I'm a real estate agent, so I'm just kidding. But in order to submit an offer on an REO, you got to go through the agent, the listing agent. And a lot of times, agent's going to be like, that's too low. They're going to reject it. I don't want to submit it. You be like, submit this offer and let them tell me it's rejected, right? I've had plenty of y'all email me and be like, I made an offer on an REO property and I got it, but the agent didn't want to submit it. I'm like, submit it. Right? That's what I want you to do. So that's what I encourage you to do. Lowball them, the bank, especially it's the end of the year. If y'all trying to make some offers in the next couple of days, lowball the bank for sure, so they can get these houses off their books for the end of the year, right? Increments, yes. So I'll do increments. Yeah. So once you found out what that opening bid is, I know like at auction.com and a lot of places like that, they'll say bring a cashier's check for that opening bid amount and then increments for over the opening bid. But it's up to you. With me, I see people come with multiple 10,000s or multiple 20,000s or a combination. Some people come with multiple 20,000s and then some 10s, right? So especially if you're bidding on multiple properties, right? Yay. Clark, what's going on in Atlanta? Oh, you guys, yeah, shout out. We got like 127 people on here. So next congregation, I said next Sunday, we're meeting on Zoom, you guys. Free masterclass next Sunday. Last masterclass of 2024. Registration is down below. We'll be talking about foreclosures, how to find them, where to buy them. And then, of course, it'll be like a little Q&A afterwards, which I really enjoy when y'all come to my master classes, right? So the registration is down below. Like I said, you guys, if you already get my email, if you already get emails from me, you don't have to register. You'll get the link. You know what I mean? I always send the link to everybody. If you do not get emails from me, register so you can get in the email rotation. Okay. So I'll send out the Zoom link. It'll be next Sunday, 8 o'clock Central Time, all about foreclosures, and y'all can ask me questions. And I love that. If you've ever been to my masterclass, I absolutely love the end. And y'all can talk to me and I can hear you on Zoom and you can ask me questions and I can answer them. The goal is to a cash buyer, ask the bank to give you a loan. Oh, so I answered that. Yeah. The goal is to get that house as low as you can get it. That's the goal. And then pay for it how you want to pay for it. Right. Actually, if I found a property for $350 in Texas, should I negotiate? I would look, if don't ask me, because Ashley gonna be like, I told you the bank took like that loan was 569 and they took 357. You know what I mean? Put it out there. All they can say is no, right? I think we're so used to when you're dealing like traditional buyers, you're like, I don't want to offend the homeowner, where they reject my offer and they won't entertain any more of my other offers, like with typical sellers where it's like an individual and they live in the house. How's the bank? They don't care about the house. They haven't even seen the house. You know what I mean? Low. I told y'all when I'm dealing with the bank, we play in limbo. How low can you go? Right? All you can tell me is no, that's not gonna work. Okay, then give me a counter. Tell me what tell me where we are since you're not taking my low offer. You know what I mean? Um, I'll be doing that with regular properties too, but I can defend my low ball offer. That's the other thing y'all have to deal with. As an agent, if I send you a low ball offer, I can defend it, right? Um, so because I ain't scared. But anyway, okay, so HUD Home Store, that was one I wanted to share with you. What do y'all want to talk about? What y'all want to talk about? I can talk about everything, but then we're going to talk next week too. I've already been on here an hour. Y'all want to talk about more REOs, auction properties, pre-foreclosures, real estate news, which I want to talk about. Real quick. I mean, it's not like y'all got to go to work tomorrow. I know, it's Christmas holiday, so I try not to hold y'all too long, right? Y'all gonna be in the masterclass. Yeah, it'll be a good time. It's always a good time. I always try to give away stuff or, because we got to prepare for 2025, you guys. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. You know what I mean? What was I going to share with y'all? Okay, so HUDhomestore.gov. Let me just do this real quick. Everybody knows Home Steps. If you've been here before, you've been here before. Just deal with me. Homesteps.com is another REO site. Freddie Mac's REO site, homesteps.com. Go on here, bookmark it, boom, figure out how you submit offers so when they come, you're not in the dark, right? A lot of times they give priority to owner occupants, nonprofits, like that. So Home Steps, HUD Home Store, Home Path. Oh, I'm in the wrong, typing in the wrong spot. Homepath.fanniemae.com. That is another REO site. Closing cost assistance may be available for owner occupant buyers. Boom. You know what I'm saying? So check out this site, bookmark this site, Home Path, like path, PATH. I can be a little country sometimes. Home Steps, Home Path, HUD Home Store, and VRM Properties. Those are the VAREO sites. VAREO website. VRM, V as in Victor, R as in Rudolph, M as in Merry Christmas. VRM Properties. That's the VAREO site. You do not have to have a VA loan to buy them. Okay. So bookmark that site. Just get in the habit of looking, making sure you know how to submit offers, what paperwork you need. So, when it's time to go, it's like, go, go, go. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. That is but I feel like a lot of these sites are going to start. Let's see, one of my favorite sites. We always go to Ruben's site. I auction for him really quickly. At the end of every video, y'all know I say, if you are behind on your mortgage, request your excess funds, right? I have so many. It's so crazy, the power of social media. Like I have people all the time comment like, I didn't know I was going to get funds. Um, or I'm waiting on a check to come now. Like, thank you so much for saying that on a video. Excess funds, right? If your house goes up for auction, like I said, the opening bid is the loan balance. Anything over that loan balance, if it gets bid up, opening bid is $100,000. It gets bid up to $200,000. That homeowner is entitled to those funds, right? That is excess funds minus any liens, judgments. The homeowner is entitled to those funds. So if you help people who are in foreclosure, let them know, they might have a check waiting on them. You know what I mean? If they had a lot of equity in their house, they might have a check waiting on them. I don't know the time period, like how long you have to claim the funds. I don't know that. It probably depends on where you live. You know what I mean? So, but usually, like the foreclosure attorney has them, the trustee has the funds. They can request it. Like Ruben Leblin's site, he says that their firm policy is to begin the disbursement process for excess proceeds once 30 days have elapsed from the date of the foreclosure sale. So, okay, 5 years. Okay. So 5 years. Okay. You got 6 months. I think it just depends. Thank you, Star0210, for putting those sites up there for me. REOs. Yeah, I got y'all. Next week, I'll go, I'll have little slides and I'll have plenty of websites. Next week, I'll have sites for real estate agents. Like if y'all trying to be listing agents for banks, that'll be in the masterclass. Like I try to share that with y'all. Vendors for Fannie Mae, I'll put up those websites because I know a lot of y'all do other things besides real estate, like trash outs and lawn and all that kind of stuff. We'll go through that too next week. I try to share as much as I can share. You know what I mean? What do we need to be prepared to know? Do a personal REO or pre-closure without an agent? My agent refused to lowball on prior. I was injured. Ugh. Look at me. Ugh. Look at me now. Like that sucks. So they didn't want to submit your offer, right? Like, can you like complain or something? Like go on the site and be like, complain or something. I don't know. Ugh, don't be a hater. Don't be a hater. Look at me. No, she mean the agent that was representing the bank. What do we need to be prepared to do if a person REO pre-program? My agent refused to lowball him. So hold on. Your personal agent or the listing agent on the bank property, right? Because let's not, like, we ain't trying to be technical, but you're supposed to submit any offer that you get, right? Like if we talking about some rules when it comes to real estate, you have to, if it's your personal agent, maybe just hop right on, hold on, let me show you. I hate when agents act like that. Like it's their house, right? Like it's not your house. Just submit my offer. So like say I'm looking here in Chicago, right? A lot of times, like if you click on the property, it'll have like an agent that represents the house. You know what I mean? Asset manager, phone number, listing broker. You can go on the site and reach out to the agent who has the property directly. You know what I mean? I get loyalty. I get everybody knows somebody who is an agent, their mama, cousin, everybody. And we want to be loyal. We don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I get it. Right? But what did I say when we started this live, you guys? Take care of yourself, okay? Take care of yourself. If I come to you, you don't want to submit my offer, don't be mad when I go to somebody else who does. Period. Okay? It is what it is. Now I understand when it comes to like traditional homes and the seller and all that kind of stuff, and you don't want to offend somebody where they don't want to take your offer, but we talking about the bank. the bank. Like, it's not their house. It's not their personal house. Like, I want you to win, right? If you can get that house for $9.72, I want you to get it for $10. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. But I mean, you're not going to tell me that you're not going to submit my offer. That's what you're not going to do. Not today. So, go. There's an agent directly. You know what I mean? Look, there's an asset manager, a listing broker. Whoop, there it is. Call all the numbers. Email everybody. CC everybody and let them know you want to put an offer on that house, right? They'll talk to you. I promise. So do that. Can anyone explain the mail out letters? I got you on the mail out. Why do some auction floors have a listing agent on Zillow if they don't have the listing? Why do some auctions foreclosures? So I'm going to explain this. Like, I'm going to try to explain this. Now, a lot of people, and I'm going to explain it like this. A lot of people come to me because they know I'm y'all's auction mama, right? I'm the auction mama. And they'll say, Ashley, I want a foreclosure. I want to come see you at the auction, right? A lot of times I feel like foreclosure, auction, bank-owned property, the term gets, I'm not going to say misused, but a lot of times because some people be like, Ashley, I want to come see you at the auction. I want a foreclosure. I'm like, okay, you got cash? You going to bid blind? Y'all know this? They're like, oh, that ain't what I want to do. Right? You want an REO property. You want a bank-owned property, right? So I think that can be sometimes because you're probably not going to see, unless the homeowner is trying to sell it before the auction, you're probably not going to see an auction property on, I don't know, I haven't looked at Zillow that often, but usually, right, bank-owned properties have a listing agent. Bank-owned properties have a listing agent. Keep in mind, auction properties, let me give you a quick little rundown, real quick, of the foreclosure process so everybody understands. Homeowner gets behind on their mortgage 3 months, right? 3 months, the bank files that notice of default, okay? 3 months, notice of default. You're in foreclosure. You have 30 days or your property is going up for auction, okay? So we've got homeowner still in charge, auction, right? So from basically pre-foreclosure to auction, the homeowner is still in charge, right? Homeowner's still the decision maker. Then the house goes up for auction, boom. If it doesn't sell at auction, it becomes an REO. And now it's bank owned. So before the auction, it's owned by the homeowner. After the auction, it's owned by the bank. So most of the time when you see properties that say foreclosure, it's already been up for auction and the bank owns it, right? Because, I mean, it could be in foreclosure and the homeowner is trying to hurry up and sell it, right? But usually when you see a foreclosure, it's the bank owns it. So let me make sure. Why does someone have a listing agent on Zillow if they don't have the listing? And I think on Zillow, sometimes, when you pay for that like premier agent, like they put your face next to properties and they don't really have it. Because I used to have Zillow. Like I used to pay for Zillow back in the day when Zillow was like real cheap. But, when you pay for like a certain area, they'll put an agent's pictures. Like my picture was popping up next to everything, right? Because I paid to have that kind of stuff. So that might be it too. And I think some people just don't understand the term like auction, foreclosure, boom, 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 right? So I think that might be it. Yeah, you just got to dig a little deeper. Does Zillow show auctions? I don't know. I'm hardly ever on Zillow. I don't know if they even show auctions. I know they show like bank owned and REO and pre-foreclosure. I don't know if they show auctions, right? I'm new to them. Okay, I'll explain letters. I got you. How low, too low when making an offer on REO? If you're going to ask Ashley, I told you what we play in limbo. How low can you go? We at the end of the month, how long has it been sitting on the market? Days on market depends. Have they reduced it? Like the lady who called me or text me, she said it had been on the market like 289 days. Lowball them. At least half off. At least half. Um, if you're in contact with agent that wants to ask their broker, right? Because by standard, by our requirements as a real estate agent, we have to submit everything. We have to submit every offer. We have to, right? And I don't be wanting to call, like, pull your card on that, but you have to submit every offer that I give you. Let's not act like we don't know what's going in with the real estate commission. Most I don't understand the best respect. 70 or 80% too low. It ain't never too low if you ask me. You know what I mean? At least half off. Like, she asked me, she said the home was 148. I was like, go in at 70. I did the little calculations. I think the homeowners, like, the loan amount was probably about $80,000. If they had like a 30-year loan, I said they bought it back in 2013 for 133. They foreclosed on it. They probably owed the bank about $80,000, 85,000. So I said, offer them 70 and let's see what we're going to do. It's been on the market for 280 days, you know, with no interest. Right at this point, the bank is just happy y'all submit an offer. So, working deals. And Clark, what you got going on? This ain't this terrible work. He gets a lot of foreclosure. Every time he never picks up the phone or responds. Maybe he, like, y'all know, sometimes it'd be a lot of, I'm not going to say collusion, but you know what I mean. The investment foreclosure space, like the auction space, which is why I started making videos and doing masterclass. It's very hush hush, right? It's very, I say the auction arena is very underground. I feel like it's still very hush hush, very underground. That's why I started making videos, right? Like, because I'm like, I know y'all don't know, because ain't nobody telling. I didn't know, right? And when you're in foreclosures and you have like a in with the bank, you know, people can be real shady. You know what I mean? Like, y'all know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. It's listing auction problem mortgage and default amount to, ooh, I didn't know that, Zillow. Okay. Foreclosure when banks play the nicest because they don't asset the books heading to New York. They'll get less funding. Yeah, that's why I'm saying at the end of the year, make offers. Okay, Zillow does show auction. Okay, I didn't know. Right now, Zillow for that a buyer I'm working with that wants to see, but the listing broker is difficult to work with and viewing and see. Agents be their own worst enemy sometimes. Now y'all see why I came on the investment side and I don't fool on the retail side no more. Because I don't be wanting to deal with agents. But that sucks. You know what I mean? Like, especially if a homeowner's in foreclosure and then their agent is being difficult. That's why I'm like, sometimes they have a firewall up known as an agent. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, because you dare not go around the agent, right? Send the homeowner a letter like, I've been trying to show your house. Your agent won't let me see it. Don't tell that I sent this letter. So, I don't know. That just sucks. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I try to have all the answers, but I don't have them all the time. Maybe, you hate to pull that card like, do I need to remind you that you're supposed to show me every house? You know what I mean? Like, you hate to pull that card, right? Like, you're by duty, you're supposed to, what is it agent we supposed to abide by? Confidence, confidentiality, obedience, loyalty, disclosure. Ain't that what that's in our rules of ethics and stuff? I think auctions can be pretty competitive a lot of places. That's why thank you, Alicia, for bringing it on back around for me. Auctions can be pretty competitive depending on where you live, right? So a lot of people, boom, which takes me into my next point, reach out to pre-foreclosures. I got you. See, I got y'all there. Reach out to pre-foreclosures, which are the homeowners. Instead of going to the auction, right? A lot of people will be like, let me try, because keep in mind, what did I say? All the way up until the auction, that homeowner is still the decision maker. If anything's going to happen with that house before the auction, and I tell y'all this, y'all see the word auction and it scares you and you won't reach out to the homeowner, where they're the ones who got to negotiate the deal. Y'all are like, Ashley, I want to make an offer on the property before it goes to auction. You got to talk to the homeowner, right? You can't call the foreclosure attorney, the trustee. They're going to say you got to talk to that homeowner if you want to get their property, right? All the way up until auction. So a lot of people, instead of going to the auction, they will try to reach out to that homeowner and see if they want to sell that house before it goes to auction. Okay. And then that, my friends, is where the letters come in at. That's one of the methods how I reach out to homeowners is I will send them a letter, a nice lead with love letter, and offer my assistance, right? If they want to sell it, if they want to keep it. I forgot to show y'all these, you guys. Hold on. Some of y'all have seen them because y'all been on my lives during the week. My agent just wants disclosure and doesn't want to submit offers as per my number. He keeps telling me like 30, 40 of them. Y'all still paying over asking right now? They still want y'all to pay over asking. Is that what we doing? I didn't know that's what we were still doing out here. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Like, I feel like, okay, so y'all still paying over asking in New York? Y'all still? I don't know. You know, when I go silent, it's me over here like thinking in my mind. I just ain't no over asking kind of girl. I'm just not. I'm like a discount. Y'all know I'm like a beach house $22.17 kind of girl, right? So when we talk about over asking in 2024, where interest rates are and where houses are sitting on the market, but I know every market's different, right? There's pockets that are still hot, that are still, I think you just have to be very careful, you know? You just got to be very careful because what goes up must come down, you know? And I see a lot of people who are upside down right now. Like I said, I just did a short sale, right? Like you just have to be very careful. You know what I mean? I saw a girl with maybe a family member at the auction where her house was being auctioned coming out something. Oh, Regina, that sucks. Like, and I know that'll happen in the coming years because it's true. Like, I talked to people and she actually had paid the reinstatement amount. And she was like, I think I'm still going to go to the auction to let them know that I paid the money. You know, like, you don't know what to do, right? Like, yeah, it sucks. I don't know. I think you'll be seeing a lot of that, right? Like people just don't know how foreclosures work. They don't know how auctions work. They don't know what happens after an auction. That's why as we go into 2025, I'm going to start doing more videos on what happens when you go in foreclosure. I get a lot of clients who inherit properties and go into foreclosure and have no idea what to do, right? They don't know what to do because the bank won't talk to them and they about to lose Big Mama's house, but they don't know what to do. Like it's a lot of stuff that we just don't know, right? No, go over and over asking makes me think of all the agents over as a reason why they haven't sold anything once. I didn't know people were still asking over, you know what I mean? But again, it's different pockets everywhere. Every market is different, right? I just lost it listed for one. We bought for 1.2, 100K. See, you know what I mean? It just depends on the market. You know what I mean? And it depends on the area and what you want to do with it and how long you're going to hold on to it. You know what I mean? So don't ever think I'm like knocking anybody if you paying over. Like if that's your market, you know what I mean? That's good. I mean, if house is selling, you know what I mean? Like that's just not most places right now. You know what I mean? This guy special, I think, is selling home for senior. Is that specific? He also has a book for selling. Yeah, you know, you can niche down. You know what I mean? There's that 55 and older community that, you know, there's certain neighborhoods that only 55 and older can live in. There's agents who specialize in, I said I was going to do it too. Look, specialize in people who want to move international, who want to move out the country. Like it's agents who specialize in that, helping people move out the country or vacation. You know, you just niche down, especially if you find a need. right? Like, if you find that is a specific market, that senior 55 and up market, you find what resonates with you, is what I say. Like, especially if you see a need, fill it. That's what I say. Um, yes, we go to the program. Yeah. Okay. So what I was going to tell y'all is, so back to what she was saying, a lot of people don't want to go to the auction, so they reach out to pre-foreclosures like myself. That's what I do. I reach out to pre-foreclosures. And a lot of y'all have already got the latest bundle, the last bundle. But did y'all see? Look what I made, you guys. Can y'all see this? Hold on. Have y'all seen my newest door hangers that I made? There's a designation for senior housing. Yeah. See? You just got to find your niche. Hold on. The light is glaring. There it is. I'm a lead with love kind of girl. I'm a lead with love. Door hangers are finally made. Every storm runs out of rain, right? So it's in the latest bundle on the back of it. And then you can customize this and craft this. You know what I mean? But I thought that was really nice. And a lot of y'all have been asking me about door hangers. So I finally made them. It's in the last bundle that I just released last week. It's got the brochures and the door hangers and the letters and all that is in it. The link is down below. Thanks, you guys. I know I made it. But you can craft them. I'm the lead with love kind of girl. Some of y'all are like, you in foreclosure, call me. Some of y'all will do that. But you can craft it to make it say whatever. I just gave you a little baseline, and then you can craft it to say whatever you want to say. You can say quick close, foreclosure. But I felt like, if this was on somebody's door, they'd much rather see that inspirational than you in foreclosure. You about to lose your house. That's how some of y'all come, for real. But to each its own. I'm just a lead with love kind of girl. So the latest bundle, which is the last bundle, we got a pre-foreclosure bundle, we got a probate bundle, and this last bundle, you guys, is the one that has the brochure. It's the ultimate outreach bundle. It has the brochure that you can customize. Like, you can customize it. Most people just change the numbers and like change up the back and put their information on it. You know what I mean? Or you don't have to put anything back here, but you can craft it how you want it. It comes with a door hanger, and it comes with vacant and abandoned home letters. Like, you can send it to vacant and abandoned home. It has driving for dollar letters. So I know some of y'all drive for dollars, right? If you don't know what drive for dollars are, it's you go around looking for vacant properties, grass grown up, boarded up, and try to reach out to the homeowner to see if they want to sell their property. That's driving for dollars. So a lot of times when you're driving for dollars, nobody lives in that house, but there's neighbors, right? So I made a letter also included that you can print them out, like print out a whole bunch of them after you customize it. And it basically says nicely that, hey, I'm in the neighborhood, or I'm a member of the community, and I was trying to see if you had information on this property. And you just fill in the property address. And you can print out a whole bunch of them, right? And then once you find the address, put the address in, and then put it on the neighbor's house, right? And it has your information. And if you know anything about this property, please call me, let me know. I revitalized the community, so stuff like that. And the door hangers. Y'all be talking. Golly. And it has the pre-foreclosure letters in it too. I think it's something else in it too, y'all. I'll be putting so much stuff in the bundles. But anyway, that's the latest ultimate outreach bundle down below. Masterclass next Sunday, you guys. It's free. Masterclass next Sunday. I'm trying to think of everything in case y'all got to go to bed. I know in California, y'all just kind of getting up eating breakfast right now. So, but on the East Coast, I know it's a little later. It's 10:30 on the East Coast. Masterclass next week. Y'all brought up that doggone mentorship and 101s. We'll talk about it. I think we're going to have one more mentorship. It'll start January 1st, and it'll only last the month of January. Only last the month of January. Every Wednesday, 5 Wednesdays, starting January 1st. through the last Wednesday. That's it. That's all I got for you when it comes to a mentorship. So we'll see. We'll see. But if I do, that's when it will be. It will start January 1st because we're going to hit the ground running. And then I don't know what my auction schedule is going to look like for the rest of the year. So I don't want to make any promises that I can't keep. You know what I mean? So am I through talking, you guys? Am I through talking? It's 7:30 in California. I know y'all just woke up over there. I know the sun just rose over there in California on the West Coast. I think, is that all that y'all want me to talk about tonight? You guys, y'all got something else? Y'all got some questions y'all want me to answer? Masterclass is next Sunday, so we will meet on Zoom next week. You're welcome. Merry Christmas to y'all too. Look at you, no, Ashley, keep talking. Y'all don't know what else y'all want me to talk about. Thank you, you guys. Don't forget we meet on Zoom next week. If I already have your email, I said this. If you get an email from me all the time, you will get the Zoom link. If you do not get emails from me, make sure to register down below. Boom. I just came through selling my mom's home. Woosah. Ooh, yeah. We'll talk about that in 2025. That whole process that a lot of people just have no idea. People call me all the time and they're like, I'm in my mama's house. We're in foreclosure. The bank won't talk to me. I'm like, I know how this works. I know you got to do an affidavit of heirship, right? So, we'll talk about all that. So I'll be back live, maybe tomorrow, a couple times this week, and then masterclass next Sunday. And I'll give you some more information on the mentorship for the first and last one of 2025. So that's all I got. If y'all need the bundle, it's down below. The Ultimate Outreach Bundle. If y'all are going to the auction, get the auction accelerator. What time is it? 8 o'clock? Y'all know I'm an 8 o'clock kind of girl. 8 o'clock Central Time. So that gives people on the West Coast time to get home. People on the East Coast, it's not too late. And if you get sleepy, you just put the phone down next to you and I'll just kind of talk softly and you just listen to me talk. You know what I mean? Or you can watch the replay. Okay, you guys, I'm on Instagram. Your agent, Ashley. If we already purchased one with the new bundle, have to be repurchased. No, just hit me up. Look, hit me up. Y'all know I'm pretty nice about stuff like that. That's all I got, you guys. I'm on Instagram, your agent, Ashley. I'm right here on YouTube, you guys. I will see y'all this week. Sign up for the masterclass. And thank you, guys. Will you send an email to anyone who's already purchased one? I think I will. Since you just said that, I think I will send out an email. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that for y'all. For sure. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, you guys, if you need me, your agent Ashley at gmail.com. Make sure to register for the masterclass and I will see y'all. Merry Christmas. I might come on here tomorrow, you guys. I might come tomorrow, but I'll send out an email. So yeah, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Have a good week, you guys. Look, and that Wi-Fi was strong. The Wi-Fi was strong. Yes, Mail Out Monday is tomorrow. It is tomorrow. Thank you for reminding me of that. Awesome. Okay, you guys. Well, have a good night. Get letters ready to go and happy holidays. That's right. Everybody's getting ready for 2025, you guys. 2025. No excuses. Okay. So, all right. Bye, you guys. You're welcome. Bye, you guys.